You ever notice how people love to preach about kindness? Be kind, they say. It costs nothing. Yeah, right? Costs nothing, huh? You try it, and you see just how much it costs. Kindness, my friend. Oh, it's expensive. It's the kind of currency that drains your soul if you let it. You hand it out like candy. And what do you get? Gratitude? Respect? Nope. You get stepped on, laughed at, and used until there's nothing left of you but scraps. You want to know why? Because kindness. It ain't the gift they pretend it is. No, no, no. It's the ultimate test. And guess what? Most people fail. Let me explain something to you, kid. You show someone kindness, and they'll show you who they really are. It's like holding up a mirror to their rotten little souls. Give them a chance to take advantage of you, and they'll snatch it faster than a junkie chasing their next hit. They'll smile to your face, pretend they're grateful, and the moment you turn your back, stab right in the spine. Yeah, they don't even bother aiming for the heart anymore. They're too lazy for that. You ever wonder why that is? Why people are so quick to betray the ones who treat them best? I'll tell you why. Because kindness scares the hell out of them. It shines a light on their flaws, their insecurities, their failures. It's like holding a torch to a cockroach. Makes them scatter. They hate it. They hate you for making them feel so small. And so they lash out, tear you down, try to make you as miserable as they are. Misery loves company, after all. You think you're different, huh? Think you're strong enough to handle it? Huh. Let me tell you a little secret, kid. No one's strong enough. Not you, not me, not anyone. Kindness is a double-edged blade, and sooner or later, it cuts you deep, leaves scars you can't even see but feel every damn day. And the worst part? Those scars, they don't fade. Now they stay with you, whispering in the back of your mind, reminding you of every betrayal, every lie, every failure. But here's the kicker. Those scars, they're your power. Every cut, every wound, it's proof you survived. Proof you're still standing. And that, my friend, scares the hell out of them. They look at you, and all they see is their own weakness, their own cowardice. So, what do? Do you stop being kind? Do you let them turn you into one of them? No? You don't give them that satisfaction. You wear those scars like armor. Let them remind you of what you've endured, what you've overcome. And then you use them. You see, kid? Kindness, it's not about them. It's about you. It's your strength, your weapon, your way of saying, screw you. You can't break me. Because when you're kind, truly kind, you're untouchable. They can't take that away from you. no matter how hard they try. And believe me, they'll try. Oh, they'll throw everything they've got at you. Lies, betrayal, hate. It's all fair game in their little war against the light you bring. But don't mistake kindness for weakness. That's where most people screw up. Kindness ain't about being a doormat, letting people walk all over you. Nah, it's about standing your ground, holding your head high, and saying, I see you. I see your darkness, your pain, your fear, and I'm not afraid of it. That's power, kid. Real power. The kind that can't be bought, stolen, or faked. So, what's it gonna be? You gonna let the world harden you? Turn you into another cog in the machine? Another faceless drone who's too scared to feel, to care, to live? Or are you gonna rise above it? Take all that pain, all that betrayal, and turn it into fuel. Light a fire so damn bright it burns through their lies, their hate, their bullshit. Show them what real strength looks like. Show them what it means to be human. Because at the end of the day, kindness ain't just a test for them, it's a test for you. It's a choice to be better, to be stronger, to be more. And if you can pass that test, if you can hold on to your light in a world hell-bent on snuffing it out, well, kid, that makes you unstoppable, a force of nature, a goddamn miracle. Be kind, but don't forget, kindness reveals their true nature. It's the ultimate test, and you're the one holding the pen to grade their sorry asses. You're thinking, Joker, this all sounds good, but what the hell do I do with it? Huh. Typical. You want a step-by-step guide, a little manual for dealing with the garbage that people throw at you. You want me to spell it out. Fine. Let me break it down for you, kid. So even someone as naive as you can understand. Step 1, stop expecting them to be good. That's the first mistake everyone makes. You think people are good by default. You think they mean well, but deep down, they're just misunderstood. Yeah, wrong. Most people are selfish little parasites. They take and take and take, and they'll keep taking until there's nothing left of you. Kindness doesn't change them. It just shows you who they've been all along. You ever heard the saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, well, let me tell you something. They'll fool you 100 times if you let them. And every time, you'll tell yourself, it's the last. You'll think, this time, they'll appreciate it. This time, they'll change. Huh? Oh, kid, you're in for a rude awakening. People don't change unless they have to. And your kindness? It's not pressure. It's comfort. It makes them feel safe. Like they can get away with murder. And you're just another mark in their little game. Step 2, learn to say no. Yeah, Yeah, I know. You think saying no makes you the bad guy, makes you selfish. Huh. Here's the thing, kid. Saying no isn't selfish. It's survival. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't save anyone if you're drowning yourself. And believe me, they'll let you drown. They'll stand on the shore and watch as you gasp for air. Maybe even toss you a lifeline just to make themselves feel better. But they'll never jump in to save you. That's not who they are. That's not who anyone is. Step 3, stop looking for gratitude. Oh, this one's gonna sting, kid. You do something kind, and you expect a thank you, a little recognition. You think your good deeds deserve applause. Huh. Let me tell you something. The world doesn't give a damn about your kindness. There's no audience waiting to cheer you on. No parade for the sacrifices you make. The only person who's going to care about your kindness is you. So stop looking for gold stars and pats on the back. Do it because it's who you are, not because you want something in return. Step 4, remember who you're doing this for. You think your kindness is for them? Huh. No, kid. It's for you. It's your way of staying human in a world that's trying to turn you into a monster. It's your shield against the darkness. Your anchor when everything else falls apart. Kindness doesn't make you weak. It makes you different. And in a world like this, being different is the strongest thing you can be. But don't you dare let them mistake your kindness for weakness. That's the trick, kid. That's where you've got to draw the line. You can be kind without being a pushover. You can be compassionate without being their doormat. And when they try to take advantage of you, and believe me, they will, you've got to have the guts to stand up and say, not today. Because kindness without boundaries isn't kindness at all. It's self-destruction. You know what the real tragedy is? Most people don't even realize how rare kindness is. They take it for granted, spit on it, abuse it. And then, one day, it's gone. You stop giving, stop caring, stop trying. And suddenly, they're standing there, wondering what happened, wondering why the one person who always had their back finally walked away. And by then, it's too late. They'll miss you, sure, but not because they care about you. No, they'll miss you because they miss what you gave them. They'll miss the benefits, not the person. And that, my friend, is the bitter truth. So, what do? Do you stop being kind? Do you let their poison infect you? Turn you into one of them? Nah, that's too easy. That's what they want. They want you to sink to their level, to lose yourself in the same cesspool they've been wallowing in their whole lives. Don't give them that satisfaction. Instead, you let your kindness become your weapon. Use it to cut through their lies, their manipulation, their greed. Show them what it means to be unbreakable. Show them that no matter how many times they knock you down, you'll keep getting back up. Because, kid, that's what true strength looks like. It's not about being invincible. It's about being unstoppable. And remember this, kindness isn't about them. It's about you. It's about proving to yourself that no matter how dark the world gets, no matter how much it tries to drag you down, you can still choose to be better, to be stronger, to be more. And that, my friend, is what makes you dangerous. Because the world doesn't know what to do with someone it can't break. Kindness reveals their true nature. It's the ultimate test. And you're the one holding the grade book. Make them earn it. You know what's funny, kid? People, they'll call you crazy for being kind in a world like this. Oh yeah, they'll laugh in your face, say you're naive, soft, weak. They'll tell you kindness doesn't get you anywhere. Like they're doing you a favor, giving you some grand piece of wisdom. But here's the kicker. They're wrong. Dead wrong. Kindness doesn't get you nowhere. It gets you everywhere they can't go. You see, kindness, it's not about them. It's about strategy. It's the ultimate wild card. You smile, you help, you give, and they never see it coming. They never realize that your kindness is the bait. And they're the ones walking straight into the trap. It's genius, really. While they're busy thinking you're weak, you're already 3 steps ahead, watching them dig their own graves. But don't get it twisted, kid. This ain't about revenge. No, no, no. Revenge is for amateurs. It's sloppy, predictable. What I'm talking about is something bigger, something better. I'm talking about control. Because that's what kindness really is. It's control. You decide who gets it, who doesn't, who deserves it, and who doesn't. And let me tell you, kid, most of them don't. Let me ask you something. When's the last time someone was kind to you? Not because they wanted something, not because they needed something, but just because I'll wait. Exactly. You can't remember, can you? Because real kindness, it's rare. It's like gold in a pile of dirt. And people, oh, they love their dirt. They roll in it, bury themselves in it, choke on it. And then they wonder why their lives taste like garbage. But you're different. You see the dirt for what it is. And that, my friend, is your advantage. You want to survive in this world? You want to thrive? Then listen close, kid. Because I'm about to give you the secret to it all. You take your kindness and you sharpen it into a blade. You use it to cut through their lies, their greed, their hate, but you keep it hidden. Oh yeah, keep it tucked away like a dagger in your boot. Let them think you're harmless, soft, easy to manipulate. Let them underestimate you. And then, when the time is right, you strike. Not out of anger, not out of spite, but because it's what needs to be done. Because, kid, kindness doesn't mean letting them walk all over you. Doesn't mean forgiving every sin, ignoring every wound. No, real kindness, it's about boundaries. It's about knowing when to give and when to take. When to help and when to walk away. And sometimes the kindest thing you can do is leave them to their mess. That's the part no one tells you. They'll preach about forgiveness, second chances, turning the other cheek. But they don't tell you what it costs. They don't tell you about the nights you'll spend staring at the ceiling, wondering why the hell you keep trying when no one else does. They don't tell you about the weight, the scars, the pain. And they sure as hell don't tell you about the loneliness. Oh, the loneliness. That's the real kicker, isn't it? You give and give and give, and in the end, you're the one left standing in the ruins, holding the pieces of a world that doesn't deserve you. But here's the thing, kid. Here's what they don't understand. That loneliness, it's not a weakness. It's a strength. It's the proof that you're still standing, still fighting, still trying. And that makes you dangerous. Because anyone can be cruel. Anyone can be selfish. But kindness, real kindness, that takes guts. That takes strength. That takes someone who's not afraid to face the darkness and say, you don't own me. You know, kid, the funny thing about kindness is how much it terrifies people. Oh yeah, you'd think kindness would make them feel warm and fuzzy inside, right? But no, it does the opposite. It shines a spotlight on every ugly, selfish little corner of their soul, and they can't stand it. You ever see a cockroach when you turn the lights on? They scatter, they panic. That's what kindness does to people like them. It shows them the truth about themselves, and oh boy, do they hate the truth. And the worst part, they don't even realize what they're doing. No, they tell themselves it's your fault. They'll say, you were too nice. You let them walk all over you. Ha! As if it's your job to fix their broken morality. As if your kindness is the problem, not their greed, not their cowardice. But here's the kicker. You can't change them. You can't save people from themselves. Trust me, I've tried. So what do? Huh? Do you stop being kind? Do you close yourself off? Build walls so high that no one can hurt you? Huh. That's what they want you to do. They want you to give up, to become just like them. Bitter, broken, and blind. But you're smarter than that, aren't you? You know the truth. You know that kindness isn't about them. It's about you. It's about holding on to who you are, even when the world is trying to rip it away from you. Let me tell you something, kid. The world, it's a rigged game. It's designed to crush people like you. People who care too much, who give too much. They'll take everything you have and then blame you for not having more to give. They'll tell you it's your fault for trusting, your fault for believing, your fault for hoping. But here's the secret. They're wrong. Dead wrong. Because the truth is, kindness isn't weakness. It's strength. The kind of strength they can't even comprehend. You see, kindness, it's not about being soft. It's about being resilient. It's about looking this messed up world in the face and saying, you can't break me. It's about choosing to care, even when it hurts. Even when it costs you everything. Because, kid, that's what makes you powerful. That's what makes you dangerous. They can take your money, your time, your trust, but they can't take your kindness. Not unless you let them. And that's the key, kid. Don't let them. Don't let them turn you into someone you're not. Don't let their darkness snuff out your light. Because the moment you give up on kindness, the moment you stop caring, that's when they win. That's when you lose. And you're not a loser, are you? Huh. No, I didn't think so. So here's what you do. You keep being kind, but you don't do it for them. You don't do it because they deserve it, or because you're hoping they'll change. You do it because it's who you are. You do it because it makes you stronger, not weaker. And when they try to take advantage of you, when they try to use your kindness against you, you show them just how wrong they are. You show them that kindness doesn't make you a victim. It makes you a survivor. Because, kid, that's what kindness is. It's survival. It's looking at this ugly, broken world and saying, I'm still here, I'm still standing, and you can't stop me. It's the ultimate rebellion, the ultimate act of defiance. And let me tell you, kid, there's nothing more powerful than that. So, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna let them break you? Are you gonna let their lies, their hate, their greed turn you into one of them? Or are you gonna rise above it? Are you gonna take all that pain, all that betrayal, and turn it into fuel? Because that's the choice you've gotta make, kid. That's the test. And it ain't easy. Oh no. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. But if you can do it, if you can hold on to your kindness in a world that's trying to rip it away from you, then you're unstoppable. You're untouchable. You're invincible. And that, my friend, is what scares them the most. Because they know they can't break you. They know they can't control you. And that makes you the most dangerous person in the room. So, go ahead, kid. Be kind. Be stupidly, stubbornly, recklessly kind. But don't you dare let them mistake it for weakness. Because kindness reveals their true nature. It's the ultimate test. And you're the one holding the answers. You're still not convinced, are you? I see it in your eyes. That little flicker of doubt. That tiny annoying voice in your head whispering, maybe he's wrong. Maybe people aren't so bad. Ha! Oh, you poor, sweet fool. Let me tell you something, kid. If you keep waiting for people to prove me wrong, you'll die waiting. And that's not me being dramatic. That's just reality. You want proof? All right, let's get real. Think about the last time someone needed you, really needed you. Maybe they were crying. Maybe they were desperate. Maybe they were on the edge of something dark and dangerous. And what did you do? You helped. Of course you did. You gave them your time, your energy, maybe even your money. And for a while it felt good, didn't it? Felt like you were making a difference, like you mattered. But then what happened? Did they stick around? Did they remember you when the tables turned? When you needed them? Or did they vanish the moment their lives got easier like smoke in the wind? Let me guess. They forgot, didn't they? Too busy. Too distracted. Too selfish. And here's the kicker. They don't even feel bad about it. Oh no. In their minds, you're the sucker. You're the fool who cared too much, gave too much. And them? They're the clever ones, the survivors. They got what they needed. And now, you're just another story they tell themselves to feel better about their rotten little souls. But you already knew that, didn't you? Deep down, you've always known. You felt it every time someone took you for granted, every time they smiled to your face and stabbed you in the back. You've seen it in their eyes. The greed, the entitlement, the utter lack of shame. And yet, you keep hoping, keep believing, keep trying. Why? Why do you keep doing it, huh? What is it you're trying to prove? That you're better than them? That you're stronger? Or is it something deeper? Something darker? Maybe. Just maybe. You keep giving because you're afraid of what happens if you stop. Afraid of becoming like them. Let me tell you something, kid. You're not like them. You never were. And you never will be. You've got something they'll never have. A soul. And yeah, it's battered and bruised, covered in scars they left behind. But it's yours. It's real. And that's what makes you dangerous. Because no matter how many times they knock you down, no matter how many times they betray you, you keep getting back up. You keep fighting. And they hate that. Oh, how they hate it. Because, you see, people like them. They live in fear. Fear of being exposed. Fear of being judged. Fear of the light. But you're different. You don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. And that makes you unstoppable. Because the moment you stop caring about what they think, the moment you stop trying to please them, you become something they can't control, something they can't break. So here's what you do, kid. You keep being kind. Not for them, but for you. You keep giving, not because they deserve it, but because it's who you are. And when they try to take advantage of you, when they try to twist your kindness into weakness, you let them. Let them underestimate you. Let them think they've won. Because while they're busy celebrating their little victory, you're already planning your next move. You're already 2 steps ahead. That's the secret, kid. Kindness isn't about being soft. It's about being smart. It's about knowing when to give and when to take, when to forgive and when to walk away. And sometimes the kindest thing you can do is let them go. Let them drown in their own mess. Let them learn the hard way what it means to lose someone like you. And they will lose you, kid. Oh, they'll lose you. And they won't even realize what they had until it's gone. Until you're gone. And by then, it'll be too late. They'll look for you and everyone else, but no one will compare. No one will measure up, because there's only one of you. And once you're gone, they'll never get you back. Don't you dare let them mistake it for weakness. Don't you dare let them take it from you. Because kindness reveals their true nature. It's the ultimate test. And you're the one holding the answers. Kid, the strongest people are the kindest. And the kindest people, they're the ones who survive. The world doesn't deserve people like you. That's the truth no one wants to say out loud. People like you, you're a dying breed. You care too much, give too much, hope too much. And the world, oh, the world eats people like you alive, chews you up, spits you out, and then blames you for not being tough enough to survive. But here's the thing. You don't belong to this world. Not really. You're not like them. You don't lie awake at night scheming how to take, how to win, how to climb over someone else's back to get to the top. No, you're the one who stays behind, picking up the pieces, cleaning up the messes they leave behind. And you do it without expecting anything in return. That's what makes you dangerous. They'll never admit it, of course. Oh no, They'll tell you kindness is weakness, that caring makes you vulnerable. But deep down, they envy you. They envy your strength, your resilience, your ability to keep going, even when the world throws everything it's got at you. Because they know they couldn't do it. They know they'd break if they had to carry even half the weight you've been carrying your whole life. You ever notice how the strongest people are always the kindest? Funny, isn't it? You'd think it'd be the other way around. You'd think the ones who've suffered the most would be the hardest, the coldest. But no, the strongest people are the ones who've been to hell and back and still choose to care, still choose to hope, still choose to believe in something better. But here's the catch. Strength like that, it's a target. It makes you a threat. And threats, well, threats have to be neutralized. That's why they try to tear you down, break you, turn you into one of them. Because as long as you're standing, as long as you're fighting, you're a reminder of everything they're not. You're a reminder of their failures, their fears, their weaknesses. And that's why they'll never stop coming for you, kid. They'll smile to your face, whisper sweet little lies in your ear, and then gut you the second you let your guard down. Because the truth scares them more than anything. And the truth is, you don't need them. You never did. You think you need their approval, their love, their validation, but you don't. You never have. Everything you've ever needed, it's already inside you. Your strength, your resilience, your fire, it's yours. And they can't take it from you. Not unless you let them. So don't let them, kid. Don't let their lies, their greed, their hate make you forget who you are. Don't let their darkness snuff out your light. Because the moment you do, that's when they win. That's when you lose. And you're not a loser, are you? No. You're a fighter, a survivor, a goddamn force of nature. But being a force of nature, oh, it's lonely, kid. It's real lonely. Because the higher you rise, the fewer people can follow you. The stronger you get, the more they'll resent you for it. And the more you give, the more they'll take. That's the price of being who you are. That's the cost of your kindness. And yeah, it's steep. It'll break your heart 100 times over, but it's worth it. Because the world doesn't need more takers. It needs givers. People like you. But don't you ever forget, kindness isn't about being soft. It's about being strong enough to stand tall when everything around you is falling apart. It's about choosing to care even when it hurts, even when it cost you everything. And that my friend, is power. Real power. The kind of power they'll never understand. So go ahead, be kind, but be smart. Be ruthless with your boundaries, relentless with your self-respect. Give, but don't let them take. Care, but don't let them control you. Because at the end of the day, kindness reveals their true nature. It's the ultimate test. And you're the one grading their papers. And trust me, kid, they'll fail every single time.